again. So let's try this again. We'll get some more people coming in. I just sent an invite link. Overnight drive. I know you said send the link again. I just sent it to Instagram and your guys' chat. Let's see if that works, or if not, we'll wait and see. Let's try it again and see if anybody can come in and chat. Let's see, Panda's here. I'm trying to send out the chat links again. I just sent one. I just sent out a link to Panda, Overnight Drive, and whoever else, if they want to hop on. We're also doing Q&A questions. Oh wow. Okay, I don't know how that works, Em. I guess no. When I go live on YouTube, they have a link that tells you that you can invite a guest on. Obviously, I don't know how it works exactly because I've never done the bringing the person on for like a guest. I could see your guys' comments, but for some reason, yeah, maybe StreamYards might be one of them. I don't know. I have to look and see. I've never used StreamYards. Now, speaking of other like social media apps, um, let's try this. Um, what do you guys think of Threads? Threads is a new thing that's similar to Twitter. Um, I don't know what you guys are thinking about Threads right now. Um, Even though I did download it on my phone, I haven't really used Threads, but it's similar to Twitter, so everybody has their own opinion. Um, so when we're also doing questions and answers here too, so you guys can ask a question and I will answer it to the best of my knowledge. So most of this will be a Q&A along with just any random stuff that you guys want to ask. Um, um, Probably in the next couple weeks. I have to try to figure out one that I want to do. Um, on my review channel, we'll have one. Um, Now I did something fun the other day. Um, let's see, Saturday, July 1st, I was off of work and I went to and I was telling my sister and her boyfriend about a place in Cedar Lake, Indiana, um, called the Lord's Friary. It's an abandoned building. The place, even though it still stands, it was a place where they had like what they call monks that they had monks that lived on the property. Uh, Not much anyway. So I had went to go see this Lord's thing. Um, they actually had like a little like a tomb that Jesus was laying in. It was like an actual statue where Jesus was laying in it. Um, I did get some pictures. I sent them to Instagram account. Actually, liked liked being over there. They had maybe it is. Yeah, it keeps cutting off. I don't know why. Um, let's try this. I do have to get a new phone possibly on Monday. Yeah, it's probably because I got a it's probably because my phone's messed up. Um, let's see if I can yeah, I damaged the port on my phone, so I'm gonna have to get a new one. I can't do nothing until I'm trying to look and see what I got on here. Um, yeah, let's see. Um, we did get two new pets, two goldfish. So let me turn this around for a second. Um, this was actually some stuff I had went to the fair last week too, for July 4th to see the fireworks show off the we got to see the fireworks off the lake. Me, my sister, and her boyfriend. Um, this is actually a food truck there. We got to see that. Um, yep. Um, so now the apartment is becoming more like a freaking animal kingdom. That was me at the fair. That's Frank and me on one of the rides. Um, that was me on one of the rides too again. This is when we went to the fair last week. Um, yep, there it is. My Pepsi can collection. Those are all the cans on the floor. Um, I'm saving them. I'm saving them for to get money. Yeah, here we go. This is when I went to the Lord's Friary. That was actually Jesus laying in the tomb. Um, where are we at here? That was my live video when I was actually live at the Friary last week. This was like their mausoleum thing that was inside. Um, what we got here? This is actually like a mausoleum thing that I walked into. That was the gateway to the entryway to the mausoleum. They actually had um these little placard things here. And these had Roman numerals. I'm not very good at reading Roman numerals. Um, but these were like little plaques that had depictions of Jesus, and they had Roman numerals on them, like X11. I know X is 10. That might be 12. This one hard to really tell, but there's Jesus on the cross with the X on there. And this was actually at the Lord's Prairie. My nobody knew about it being there until somebody drove back there. They put the place up for sale, so a lot of people were trespassing on the property, trying to get pictures and stuff like that. Um, we can do Q&As too. So, like I said, you could ask me anything. Um, yep, I didn't get new movies in the aspect of adult collection. The only movies I got that were new were John Wick 4. I got the new John Wick movie. I watched that. I might have a review on that in the next week or so. And that was actually I think one of the better movies of John Wick. The most recent things I got were Street King, LBJ, Beast of Burden, Hearts War, and the boss and the actually that was already a movie I already had. I already did a review on that last week. Um that was a movie that I already had owned. It was a guy that gave it to me from work. No, I did not get Evil Dead. Um yeah, the One Night Channel I actually had already owned for a long time, and I finally did a review on it after I had watched it. Um but for anybody um To me, I'm an atheist, so that's up to anybody else to decide. But I will show you the two new goldfish we got. They're in their tank right now. But you guys can keep asking questions, and we got names for every animal. So okay, so what do we name them? Bonnie and Clyde. Here we go. Hold on. Here's our two new goldfish. Yep. We actually got them, and we actually had one of them at the we won Frank won them at the fair when he had tossed the ball into somebody said kiss of death. I don't know about that one. Bonnie and Clyde are the two new goldfish, and then we got the four rats and the snake. So Frank won them at the fair. All he had to do, see what Frank had to do was toss a ball into a goldfish bowl, and if he got at least one of them, then he won a goldfish, and he ended up getting two balls into the goldfish bowl, and he won the two goldfish. I do want to thank Stephen, who I'd like to call affectionately Panda, for making the flyer that he made um, to let people know that I would be live today. I will show you the picture if you have not seen it. I just gotta find it here. Um, let's go to Facebook here. Um, where is it? Oh, here we go. Let's turn this around. Now, Steven made this for me yesterday. This he said he asked me if I wanted to put a flyer out to let people know that I would be live streaming, and he put it. So he put my face on there, put my name, Ryan Rusty Van White, because I go by either one, and special guest, which 5-year YouTube. Um, so this was the flyer that Steven made for me, and I think it's a pretty good one. And yes, I saved this picture, so when I get done doing my live stream, then I can use this picture as the thumbnail so that people can see it. Um, that was a great picture, Steven. My mom says that the movie's called Renfield, the one that Nicholas that if you're talking about Nicolas Cage, um, we did Rusty is short for my middle name Russell. My full name is Ryan Paul Russell, but Rusty is short for Russell. Um, that's how I get that. That's how I got that name. Somebody said real Mark McCoy influence. I don't know about all that, but yeah. Yep. We did I don't know how often you guys listen to the band Journey, but the band Journey lost a band member. Um, I gotta look that up though too. Who the hell that was? Um, okay, okay. As long as you're stroking it, it might be good. Andrew said he's watching it from the shower. I get I because I'm a constant beat off guy. Um, I constantly masturbate, so yeah. So let's see. I gotta find the person who died. But I remember it was a band member from Journey. I gotta look and see who that was, and and um and also Mustafa Shakur died. Um, if you don't know who Mustafa Shakur is, Mustafa Shakur is the late is the is was the father of the late Tupac Shakur. So we had Mustafa Shakur die, and we had the guy from Journey die. Um, now I gotta look and see. I got asked today at work how many orgasms I have a day. I said I lose count. Um, we are gonna look and see here. Um, so let's see. I am looking. Okay. Too many times to count. Yeah, it was George Tickner from Journey. Um, I knew I was drawing a blank on some. Or actually, he used to be. Actually, it's Matulu Shakur. Sorry, Matulu Shakur, 72. Was the he was the father of the late Tupac Shakur, the rapper. Um, okay, hold on here. No, I have not. Um, so we lose George Tickner from Journey, and we lose Matulu Shakur, who was the late who he was a now Matulu Shakur was a convicted robber and murderer who was involved in the 1981 Brinks robbery. He died from bone marrow cancer, and but I'm looking for the other one. Um, yeah, George Tickner, 76, American rock guitarist for the band Journey and Frumious Bandersnatch. His death was announced, but it does not say whether. Yeah, George Tickner from Journey. It says he was 76. Yep. Yeah. I've always wondered because they had that rivalry between between Notorious B.I.G. and between Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. If they were still alive, how great would they have been? Yes, my mom has walked in on me a couple times while I was masturbating. Um. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Jimmy Carter and his wife just celebrated their 77th wedding anniversary. God damn, 77 years and they're still married. Hell, I don't think I could last 5 seconds. With marriage. Um, he'd be the longest married. He'd be the longest person. The longest president, the former president to be married anyway. Um, well, she didn't see nothing. I was jacking up underneath the blankets. So she didn't really see nothing. Um, I'll tell you a joke. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it, and it's one of those lame jokes. Um, I don't know. I don't know the best way to put that. But anyway, I'll tell you like a messed up joke that I've been telling for the last year or two. My mom might know it. Um, but here's the thing. Here's a masturbation joke for you guys. Um, a father walks in on a son, and the father asks the son, "What are you doing?" The kid says nothing, and the father tells the kid, "But don't masturbate too much. You're gonna go blind." The kid looks at the father and says, "Dad, I'm over here." That video's not even around anymore. Supposedly, my mom claims that she saw a video of me jacking off. Um, what else was I looking for? Expand on what exactly, Andrew? I don't know what we're expanding on here. Yeah, if you want to be traumatized, just talk to my mother. My mom would traumatize you. Um, Phones in the aspect of I constantly like with my phones. The reason why I go through them so much is because I constantly drop them. My mom. Um, if you ask my mom, okay, you can ask my mom. Okay, they want to know what traumatizing shit that you could tell us. Okay, what traumatizing things can you tell us? I'm not even part of your damn video. I'm trying to eat my dinner. Okay, yeah, yeah. My mom's actually the person that will traumatize you. Um, what when when I was younger, when my mom's the type of person that will throw shit at you when she gets pissed off. And she threw her dildo at me when I was younger. Um, she threw her dildo at me. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm joking. Didn't you throw your dildo at me when I was younger? No. I think you did. Wait, I'm trying to eat my dinner, damn it. No. Somebody said, okay. I told them that you walked in on me masturbating because that was true. You have, and they said, have you ever walked in on your mom masturbating? Yes. No, I don't remember. The reason why I go through so many damn phones is because I constantly drop them, and so that's one of the reasons why I gotta get a new phone possibly on Monday. My mom doesn't have it; she got rid of it. She claims that I walked in on her masturbating, but I do not remember that. Um, like I said, we could do a lot of questions and answers here. Um, I wouldn't know. I probably walked past and don't notice what the hell she does at 99% of the time. My mom spends most of her life on the computer. Um, and I spend a lot of my time being at work or just watching videos on my phone. Um, means she was masturbating her pussy. That's what flicking the bean means. Um, Books. I collect a lot of books. Um, I did at one point have a lot of baseball cards as my hobby, but obviously I do not know what the hell happened to them. Um, my mom does not have a dildo anymore. She got rid of it. She did not like it. But once we get our car fixed, what I want to do is go to the Lion's Den because the Lion's Den has a big collection of pornos, and I want to make my way to the Lion's Den in Lowell, Indiana. Yeah, and I got an idea of doing a movie out there. I was kind of pissed off last week, actually, and the aspect is of because I originally was told that I had an interview with this business owner, and I was going to interview him for my YouTube channel. Obviously, that didn't pan out because the guy was hesitant to be on YouTube because he's camera shy and he likes to keep his life private. Yeah, so somebody just asked me, do I collect anything other than movies? And yes, I collect books. I really don't have a because my bookshelf was taken up with a whole bunch of movies, so I had to put some of my books on the floors. So I just got to be careful. The guy backed out because he wasn't really. So this is part of my books right here. That's some of them. I really don't have anywhere else to put them. Um, then I got a couple books right here. Yeah, I collect a lot of Pepsi cans because that's my favorite soda, other than um other than root beer. These are some of my other books. So, like I said, I collect a lot of movies and I collect a lot of books. Um, oh shit, I forgot I had that. That's my Jimi Hendrix album. I forgot I had Jimi Hendrix album. Where the fuck did I get this? Oh, damn. Taken 2 and 3 are pretty good. Um, Here, so I'll show you my porn collection again, and tell me which one you think I should do a review on next. I already did the review on Asian hookers. Um, which one? This actually wasn't a DVD. That was the Jimi Hendrix Experience album. I forgot I still had that somewhere, and obviously I don't have a case for it because the case is broken. Um, so here's a few more. Yep, it's because I do a lot of masturbating. Um, I gotta see if my thing works, but anyway. So here's my other albums for the porn. We got "Fuck My Ass with a Ruler." Don't ask me how that album came to be. Um, you got the Asian hookers. This one I cannot figure out what it is. PRD, PRD Volume 6 Triple X. I don't know. This was the one. This is the one night in channel that I had. That I had. That was the one night in channel. That was the one I did the review. The review on. Then there's bitches and whips. Um, Obviously one called FJ. I don't know what that is. Here's a porno called Pop That Trunk. Like I said, you guys can give me ideas on what to do for my next review. That one's called Blacks Only Club. I already did a review on this, Black Up in Her Ass. I already did a review on the Black Chicks White Dicks album, and I already did a review on the Bum Rushed album. So you guys give me ideas on what to basically talk about. Um, you want me to so basically Punk Rock just said review the Fuck My Ass with the Ruler one. That'll be the next one to do for my review channel. But don't ask me how that porno came to be. Um, if I had to pick, okay, there's a message here. Yeah, the one with the ruler. Okay, I was being a smartass at work. Um, we have these metal things that we use on the grill line, and we will wash these metal things through the dish machine. And so every time I'm walking past, I make sarcastic comments to the guys, and I'll be like, I had the metal thing in my hand, and there was these two guys that were working the grill line, and and I said to them, okay, I got this metal thing. I said, who wants to bend over and just take it? And the one guy said, not it. I'm like, I don't. I said I didn't. I was like, I wasn't asking, you know. Oh, hold on here. I gotta. Ah, crap. I seriously gotta clean my room out eventually on my next day off. I'm tripping over shit. That'll be another good thing though too. Get the room cleaned up, make it look more presentable. Um, the good thing is I'm trying to break the 500 subscriber mark. I'm sitting at 373, which is not bad, but you know, not the greatest either. Um, I gotta try to do this here. Ah, crap. Where is it at? Okay. Let's try this. See if this works. Ah, crap. Um, oh, here it is. I gotta turn this on. Um, okay, here we go. I gotta make sure though when I do my I gotta make sure though when I do my YouTube stuff. Um, yeah, one of the things I gotta do is change when I get my new phone. I'm gonna have to write down everything like all my cell phone numbers and my YouTube information so that I can remember for when I log in the next time. Um, no, I'm waiting for me. Okay, here we go. Let's try to see if this album works or not. But I guess we'll find out. I don't think I played this at all, but give me 1 second here, see if I can figure this out. Let's see if this plays at all. And if it does, it does. I don't really have a radio, so the only thing I can use is my DVD player. And that's how I could play some of my stuff if it does at all. I forgot I had that Jimi Hendrix album, but let's see if this plays. It's either it does or it doesn't. It's a let's see if this plays at all. Okay. I don't think it's playing. Okay, that's not working. It's showing that there's 13 tracks on this damn thing, but I think the thing might be messed up. Yes, I do. Mike's Hard Lemonade. The thing's not playing right now. Yes, yes, I do drink a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I won't drink it unless I'm off. My next day off won't be till Monday. So when I get off of work tomorrow at 5, then yes, I could. Yeah, the thing's not working. At least the thing album isn't. But I'm pretty sure I could find that on I did start listening to a rapper that I found out about. His name just happens to be Crucifix. Um, I don't know, but but there are a few of his songs that I do like. Yes. You can ask me any questions. Like you can ask me questions pertaining to my hobby, where I was born and raised at. Um, and you can ask me about my sports teams and what teams I like, and I will be honest and answer any of those questions. Um, you could also ask what I like to do for fun. Yeah, my brother admitted he got high yesterday. I have two brothers that are younger than me. Me and my brother, um, we're basically considered Irish twins because my family is of Irish heritage, and me and my brother Noah were born 11 months apart from each other. My birthday is June 23rd. I was born in 1988. My brother was born June 17th, 1989, 11 days before I was to turn a year old. Um, so we're considered Irish twins because we were born within under a year of each other. I'm not a big football fan. My brother is a Bears fan. So basically, yes. Oh yeah, I seen a lot of the videos you put up, Michael Johnson. About like all the old musical stuff that I love and adore too. Um, you can also ask me questions about YouTube and basically why I like doing it. I keep that open too. But Trish, she was there today. Um, we're always messing around with each other. And the aspect of just like basically just talking and everything like that. See, when it comes to sports, I like UFC. Um, I like UFC. That's the cage fighting. I also like basketball and baseball. Um, I do on occasionally watch soccer, but obviously haven't for a while because I took my cable off. So all I got now is just my Fire Stick. No, I have not. Mom, I got to show my mom how to do live stream videos and to just record an actual YouTube video, either on the phone or computer. I haven't done it on the computer, but she's got it on the phone, so I got to show my mom and walk her through that. Um, of course, Elvis is the king of rock and roll. I said, who cannot love Elvis? Um, I do. You can find a lot of Elvis songs on YouTube, so of course I like listening to those. Same thing with Buddy Holly. Same thing with Yeah. That's we probably will go to the Lions Den once we get her car fixed. We gotta get your car fixed first before we can even go to the Lions Den. Um, my mom is actually watching my live stream. Yeah, I was going live today because I can't watch the UFC tonight because like for me I don't have cable, so I don't know what else I could watch it on. Um, Sometime this month there was supposed to be a UFC fight coming to Maribel, and it was going to be at the Dana Barber White Center down the street from me, but obviously I don't have tickets to go. Um, yes, yes, the Lions Den does have blow up dolls. I used to have one before it popped. Um, Kentucky Wildcats, yep, they're a good team. I grew up watching a lot of college basketball. I because I was born in Chicago, but I was raised in the Champaign area. I was raised in the Champaign, Illinois area, and I became a big University of Illinois fan for basketball. Obviously, it just deflated. I couldn't tell you how. Um, and I grew up being a Cubs fan and a Bulls fan, and I'm also a big WNBA fan too. Obviously, the WNBA team being Chicago Sky. Um, my second team after the Cubs, if I had to say my second team outside of the Cubs area for baseball, would be the New York Yankees. My second team outside of the Bulls in basketball would be Golden State Warriors. Um, you could always have more than one team that you root for. In college basketball, my two teams were for college basketball was University of Illinois and DePaul. Um, yeah, like I said, I grew up in Chicago. I lived there. I lived out in the Chicagoland area for 21 years. Yeah, I wish I could have seen the rivalry that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird had because they had a rivalry, but they were good friends. They were and stuff like that. I've always wondered if Michael Jordan, when he played for the Bulls back in the '80s up until about 1998, when he retired twice with the Bulls, I've always wondered how good Jordan would have really been, with and how many rings he would have won if he didn't retire like three different times. And like I did say, I got the new John Wick movie, John Wick 4. I watched it the other. I like the Warriors because of the coach, Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Warriors. Used to be a Bulls player, and I just followed him from his retirement on to coaching the Warriors. And basically, the guy just knows what he's doing when it comes to coaching the team. Um, but the two main reasons why I follow Golden State Warriors is because two of the most dominant players on that team right now are Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, and I watched Golden State for that alone. Um, Now, Yeah, he is. I forgot about that. Um, there was talks about possibly selling something. I Now a lot of I didn't watch it the other day. I did have my birthday 2 weeks ago, so I just turned 35 2 weeks ago on June 23rd. Um, I did do a live stream for that last week. I forget Steve Kerr's son's name, but I know he has a son, but I forget the son's name. Um, I don't know if his son's name is Junior or not. I do remember Scottie Pippen has a son, and his son is playing basketball. I think, but I don't remember for sure. Um, I have one bottle of Mike's Hard Lemonade left, but I'm going to drink that on Monday, or possibly after I get off of work. And to be honest, like I said, when I started doing my YouTube videos 5 years ago, I cannot remember for the life of me what my first video was. Um, which one, Scotty? Yeah, the Oakland A's possibly might be moving to Vegas. I don't know how that's going to be. Um, there was talks about moving to Oakland Athletics. Um, which one? Steve Kerson's his name? Let's see. Let's see here. I'm trying to look up Scottie Pippen's Steve Kerr's name. Let's see. Steve Kerr is born in '65. Um, he's currently the head coach of Golden State Warriors. He's been there for a while. Um, Now I got to look up his personal life to see exactly what he has here. Now I'm looking here to see what I can find. Um, okay, he has three sons. Or he actually has three kids. He has two sons and a daughter. His sons' names are Nick and Matthew, and his daughter's name is Maddie. Um, so basically, he's got three kids: Nick, Maddie, and Matthew. Um, so it depends on which son you're talking about. Are you talking about the son Nick, or are you talking about the son Matthew? Um, SEC. That's I think that's football, wouldn't it be, or would that be or just any, or the SEC would be See, I'm not. See, I forget what the SEC stands for exactly. Um, but like I was saying, I started doing my YouTube videos 5 years ago, and I cannot for the life of me remember what my first video even was. I have to look at that and see. Um, but I've also been keeping track of my analytics to see what videos have done good. The two videos I did three, like, let's see here, hold on. I did several videos in the past few weeks. Um, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was one of the earlier ones. I think I forget how long ago that was. Um, the I did I did several videos in the past month or two that some of the videos did get blown up, like on the aspect of the algorithm. Sometimes you just got to know what to title your videos. So some of my videos that got the best views in the past month or two have been has been the one about Tina Turner. When Hickory Ridge kicked out a lot of the residents due to the mold and due to the building collapse, my videos on Hickory Ridge got a lot of views. Also, I did the video about the Lord's Rarity. Um, that video got 88 views. Not bad, but better than nothing. And the most recent one to break 100 views would have been the one about the pastor where he stole the money. He stole the money from the church so that he could blow it all at the casino and spend it there. So yeah, so the video about the pastor stealing the money and he and going to the casino to spend it, that was basically he got sentenced to a year in jail. I'm surprised he didn't get longer than that. Now, and I can't believe I would tell you guys that I could tell you guys this, because I have a lot of fans who stand by my side. Um, when when I started doing my YouTube videos 5 years ago, I didn't know basically like how well I was gonna do. Southeastern Conference, it's basically basketball and football, like Michael said. Um, so basically, when I started my YouTube videos 5 years ago, I didn't think right away how good, like how I was gonna do my videos. I'm thinking what's gonna interest everybody, what's gonna piss people off, shit like that. Um, at one point, I got so frustrated with YouTube because of all the trolls, and at one point, I had thought about quitting YouTube because of these trolls. And then after having a talk with somebody, I decided, fuck it. I'm just gonna keep doing my YouTube videos and just let the trolls be. Every time they comment on my videos, it pushes out my video for more recommendations and possible subscribers. Um, but like I said, but almost at one point, I almost did walk away from YouTube because of the trolls pissing me off. But obviously, I'm kind of glad that I just stuck with it and just write it out. Um, I have something on my. Okay, here we go. Channel analytics. Um, I keep track of my channel analytics. God damn it. Yep. Steven says, fuck the trolls. I agree. Um, because the trolls have no life. I just broke 84,000 views. Um, I got 84,656 views for this, since I started my YouTube channel. Um, in July alone, I got 872 views. Obviously, I have it on my tablet here too. God damn it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, my mom says the same thing. So this is my channel analytics. You could see exactly how many views I got for the month of July, 872 views. Um, in 2023 alone, I've gotten 14,756 views. That's a lot more. That's a lot more than what I had last year. Um, you could also check last year's views. So I had 7,744 views last year on my RVW King channel alone. And then you go here, and I got 84,656 views for my YouTube channel since I started it. Um, a lot of people just basically complain that I have too many uploads. So like I said, I rebranded my channel in the last week or two, and basically decided, because when I started YouTube, I had um I had did a whole bunch of stuff covering different things. Like I would cover politics. I would do rest in peace videos. I would do basically news about the environment and all this other stuff, and I would do sports videos and all that stuff. And basically, and then for a long time, I was doing political videos. I'm like, after about 3 or 4 years, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna stop doing political videos and just start doing videos just on sports and the news around Maribel and local surrounding areas. Um, Now to bring up sports, um, this month is the NBA signings. So like basically, any player can sign with the team if they're a free agent. The Bulls had retained two players, meaning they kept two, and they added two other players that were never on the team before. The Bulls basically retained Nikola Vucevic, um, and they retained Kobe White. Um, Both of those players were signed to a 3-year deal. And then the Bulls added Javon Carter on a 3-year deal, and they added Torrey Craig on a 2-year deal. And basically, all the Bulls fans, who I like to call couch fans, bitched about it. Um, um, basically, Trish was there today working. Um, obviously, yeah, the Bulls have sucked since Jordan left. She does not. My mom does not have nothing for me. Obviously, yeah, the Bulls sucked since Jordan left. See, the Bulls, when they won their rings back in the '90s, I was kind of a kid, so I do not remember all the rings that they won. And but Trish is more. So if you what does Steven want to know? So what is Steve? So Steven, what do you want to know about Trish? Um, I could tell you that she's not white. Um, yeah, Derrick Rose has not been the same player since he got injured. Obviously, you're lucky. He's not a starter anymore. He's now coming off the bench. And speaking of Derrick Rose just signed with Memphis Grizzlies, so he's going there. Um, yeah. We were talking earlier today. Just talking about she made a joke and I made a joke earlier. Um, today she was at work and she's like, oh, she's like the garbage can almost tripped me. I told her, I said I almost got I said I almost I said the staircase at my apartment tripped me a few weeks ago. Basically, I almost lost my balance coming down the stairs of my leading into my apartment. Um, See, I'm still young. I was in my 30s, but I was too young to remember any of the bull stuff. Um, Oh, Andrew Dugan said he wanted that serial killer news. I have it on YouTube. I did do a video on it. Basically just have to look for it. Um, now, God, where am I? What am I looking at here? Oh, see, I got to look at my video count here. For like what videos did really good. Um, some of these views are kind of behind in the aspect of Okay, now it just turned itself off. Fucker. Okay, here. I did break over 3,000 subscribers. I don't know how that's gonna work because for one, I don't have a license, so I don't know how I'm gonna be able to take her out. Um, so my serial killer, so with Andrew asking about the serial killer video, the serial killer video got 20 views already. That was posted 3 days ago. Um, the Lord's Prairie last week got 88 views when I was going around the place showing you guys everything. The pastor stealing, no, that too. Yeah, the congratulations on 3K means that I got 3,000 videos that I posted. Um, that shows you that right there. Um, so the 3.2 indicates that I've posted over 3,000 videos since starting YouTube 5 years ago. Um, so these are the most recent videos I posted. This one is pertaining to the arrest in France. When the police killed a teenage kid and the people rioted over the murder of the kid. Um, that video got 17 views. Like I said, my videos are hit and miss. Um, the serial killer video that Andrew was talking about, that got 20 views. My Lord Prairie video, that's when my sister and I and her boyfriend Frank, I was telling them about the place, and basically we got to see a lot of fascinating stuff there. Um, that video got 88 views. The one about the pastor stealing $59,000 from the church got 131 views. Um, the one about the fentanyl drug bust got 25 views. Um, the video about the monetization changes to YouTube got 25 views. I'm surprised it didn't get more than that. Um, my video about Ted Kaczynski got 40 views. Um, Now these are the videos about Hickory Ridge. The U-Haul truck at Hickory Ridge got 45 views. The interview that I did with the Hickory Ridge attendant got 65 views, and the one where the residents got kicked out got 117 views. Well, thanks, Michael. Yeah, the 3,000 was basically the videos when I posted and surpassed 3,000 views. Um, like I said, my videos are hit and miss. Some videos will get a lot of views and other ones won't. Um, I had some videos top 4,000 views. I had one that topped 1,000. I have some videos that didn't even get any views at all. I have some videos that got like 4 views, some that got 10 views, some that got 25, some that got 50. I have some videos that got 200 views, some that got 180. Like I said, my view count fluctuates up and down all the time. So you never know for sure what you're going to really get. Um, I did download an app on my phone. Um, it's a news app pertaining to the local news around Indiana on the Northwest region and Illinois. Um, so I basically what I do to if a news article interests me, I will share it to my Facebook Messenger so that I can pull it up on the tablet and just do the video the next day. Um, my next day off will be Monday, so I will probably have a review video out on that particular day. But I want to throw this in there because I did mention this. I actually um, when I bust tables at my job, Cracker Barrel, um, I had basically wondered. Um, I don't live that far from Gary, Indiana, but I don't know how I'm gonna be able. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get over that way. Um, I don't know if I do or not. I have to look and see. What is the Citizen app exactly? Um, I gotta see if I can. I don't usually like going to the area of Gary because that's where all the shootings are. Um, and I'm technically on the borderline with Gary, one more street up, and I'm in Gary. Um, but I was at Cracker Barrel. Was it a couple days ago? It might have been Thursday. Um, yeah, it was Thursday, and Cracker Barrel actually has bottled soda. Yeah, I don't live that far from Hammond either. Hammond's about 20 minutes from me. Um, but what I was gonna say though is that I was at Cracker Barrel bussing tables, and I kept seeing all these bottles of like the bottled soda. Um, obviously, to tell you and to tell you, I had never heard of this particular root beer before, and it was called Stewart's. And I kept seeing the bottles of Stewart's root beer on the table, and I'm thinking we don't sell that on the I actually work for Cracker Barrel and I got some good deals. This is this microphone here. This microphone here I got from Cracker Barrel, and because I work there, I get good discounts. Um, I got this from the retail portion and the retail store when you walk in, and this microphone was 25 bucks. But because I work for Cracker Barrel, I get a 35% discount on retail items. So I got this microphone for 17 instead of 25. So it saved me $8. Um, so just anything and everything inside the inside Cracker Barrel. Which supermarket? Not so so Bob's asking a good question here. What's the best thing to get at Cracker Barrel? Never been. It depends. Are you talking about in the retail shop or food stuff in general? Um, they got some good food there and they got some good items on the retail. So it depends on what you're looking for. Um, my favorite thing to get meal wise, if I was actually my two favorite things to get meal wise would be the maple bacon chicken and the and the grilled sirloin steak. Yeah, the grilled sirloin steak, um, that comes at three sides, or the maple bacon chicken comes at three also. And and those two I like to do because they come at three sides. Same thing with your roast beef, and same thing with the meatloaf. They come at three sides. So any meal that you pick, depending on the three sides. Um, and then if you want a premium side, that's more of an upcharge. Um, obviously, they do have sweet potatoes and baked potatoes. Um, if you want the sweet potato or mashed or the loaded potato, so if you want the sweet potato or the baked potato and you want it loaded, yeah, maple bacon chicken's pretty good. Um, and that comes with like two or three sides. I think it comes with three, but I don't study the menu as much, so I couldn't tell you for sure offhand. They do but my favorite breakfast item is the hash brown casserole. Um, depending on the kind that you want. Here. Um, um, it's kind of iffy. It's when it comes to breakfast and lunch or dinner, depending on how many people are coming in, it can be hit and miss. One day we could be busy, other days we could be slow. Today we were busy, because it's Saturday, and usually on the weekends we're always busy. Um, but but like I said, my favorite breakfast item is the hash brown casserole. They got a couple different kinds. You got the bacon, egg, and cheese hash brown casserole, or you got the steak tip casserole for hash brown casserole thing. Both are pretty good. Which are you talking about, Meyer? Yeah, Meyer. I didn't really get good deals there. I only got a 10% discount. Um, I do find out new things every time at when I work at my jobs. Like at Cracker Barrel, I get 35% off on retail items in the retail store. Now, when it comes to now depending on the restaurant, um, okay, here we go. So when it comes to Cracker Barrel, I get 35% off on retail. Depending on when I start my shifts at Cracker Barrel, um, if I if I am working or just on a day off, so if I'm clocked in during the middle of my shift, I could get my food for 50% if I order it during my shift. Now, if I decide to clock out and decided I want a meal, and I clock out, then it's 35%. So like I said, the this stuff is hit and miss. Yeah, I used to work for Meyer. Meyer, I only ever got a 10% discount. Um, and my discount for Meyer, I mean not Meyer, but my discount at Meyer, like I said, was 10%. Their discount kind of sucked anyway. But with Cracker Barrel, and because of all the locations that Cracker Barrel has, I can go to any state as long as I'm working for Cracker Barrel and use my discount, and the discount is good for all is for any Cracker Barrel in whatever state that you're in. Um, I've been binge watching a lot of Peacock stuff, like shows on Peacock, and I just hit the 500th episode of Law and Order SVU. Um, yeah, any item that was in um that was in Meyer, you can get a discount on. It didn't matter what it was. Um, but I just hit the 500th episode of Law and Order SVU, so yeah, I'm working my way through that. I think I got another season after the 20. I'm on season 23 right now, and I think I got one more season after that to watch and get through. Um, um yeah, I don't see Tenga egg. I don't know what's a Tenga egg. So what is a Tenga egg? I don't know what that is. At least not really picturing it. Um, at Meyer, that's where I got at Meyer. That's where I got a lot of my books and movies from. No, I don't think I ever got that from there. Oh man, yeah, my phone's eligible for an upgrade. I gotta look and see when I go to T-Mobile, which is my phone company, what phones they have available, and seeing what the upgrade is. I just gotta remember all my personal information for when it comes to my YouTube stuff. Um, I didn't get to see the NBA draft either, so a lot of I haven't really been doing a lot of political videos lately, but there is something I wanted to do because I did start Twitch, so I might I started live streaming on Twitch too, so I might move a lot of my political stuff to Twitch and just go from there, and just do the politicals just on Twitch only. TikTok, I haven't really been doing videos on TikTok, except for a few here and there. Um, I guess that's just a wait and see thing. You also got Facebook. I haven't done any live streams on Facebook really. That's just another thing. Um, Now, I was reading an article about Joe Biden saying that he's going to be 81 years old this year, and people were asking about his age and whether he would be up to running running the presidency again for a second term. And age is always going to be a factor. Um, because you know how people bitch about Biden being old. Okay, if you want to bitch about Biden being old, then look at Trump. Trump is 77, so Trump's fucking old too. And then people also talk about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is what in his 80s also, and he's fucking old. Um, I want somebody young, somebody that's going to be around for a long time. Um, so if we're talking about presidency, I want somebody young. I want somebody who's like in their 40s or 50s. That's going to be that you know is going to be around for a little bit longer than the people that are older. Um, so that's that part. I did get through the first two movies of the Wishmaster series. That was another series I ordered. Um, I got through the first two. Um, what's everybody's thoughts on the supposed cocaine that was found in the White House? Um, like I said, there was cocaine found at the White House. Obviously, I don't know what your guys' opinion are about it and whose it was. So, whose cocaine do you think was found at the White House? Obviously, I would love me some cocaine if I had some right now. Um, but let's say because I didn't get the chance to watch the NBA draft. A lot of the Bulls didn't have any drafts this year because they traded away a lot of they traded away a lot of their picks. So, but one of the players this year was a that was drafted was a he was drafted by San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is a French basketball player. He was born in France, and he is currently listed as the tallest player playing because of how tall he is. The guy is 7'5" and a half. Um, so he would currently rank as the tallest active player. Um, Other players that are tall but not as tall as him would be Boban Marjanovic at 7'4", Kristaps Porzingis at 7'3", and then you have Bol Bol at 7'2", and then you got Carl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid for their teams being 7 feet tall. Um, so Victor Wembanyama is a 7'5" center from France. Um, you know how that is. Obviously, a lot of players that are that tall don't ever last long. Um, Yao Ming didn't last that long. Neither did Sean Bradley or Manute Bol. And speaking of Manute Bol, the basketball player Bol Bol, who was playing for Orlando Magic, just got released, and Bol Bol is the son of the late Manute Bol. Obviously, they were both tall, but the son ended up being 5 inches shorter. The father Manute Bol was 7'7", while the son was 7'2". Um, and one of the things I started doing about YouTube when I started my YouTube videos 5 years ago, I actually created my video just out of boredom. Obviously, COVID was coming upon us. Um, so let's see. I started my YouTube channel in 2018 on July 8th of this. So today's, like I said, today's July 8th. I created my channel July 8th. I think my first video was posted the next day. Um, and then I just created the channel out of boredom. Like COVID was coming upon us. Not at the beginning anyway. I think COVID hit in 2019, just several months into doing my YouTube videos. And I'm like, I just got bored one day and decided I'm just gonna film a video, see how well it does. And the rest is kind of a little bit history. Like I gained a following. Um, I'm trying to break at least 500 or 1,000 subscribers. Once I can get that, then I can start getting monetized. Um, I appreciate Steven for the flyer that he put up. I might use that as my thumbnail for the video. Um, Once I find the picture on it. Anyway, but thanks, Steven. You did really good on that one, on the picture that you flyer thing you put up. Yes, Steven is the best, and when it comes to creating stuff. Um, I just want to know, Steven, how were you able to do that? Um, that photo. Yeah, whenever I do my live stream videos, I'm trying to get more into the live streaming because I've been trying to get ideas on how to build up a following. Some people said do more live streams, which I can kind of agree on that. Do more live streams, do short videos. I'm also trying to get into the aspect of doing shorts and short videos and live streams to build up a following. Um, oh yeah, that too. I haven't really done the photoshopping. So how does the Photoshop work? Okay. Who is this? Oh yeah, somebody. Okay, who posted this? Okay, here we go. Somebody actually put a reference in. Oh, that's Erica. There's my live stream. Oh crap, let's go back to it again. Eh, Um, Erica put this out there. Yeah, it does it so fast. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get money off of YouTube videos. Obviously, it might take a while. Because with the monetization, it's all based on how many views you're bringing in on each video. The more views that the video gets, the more money you get on top of donations. Yeah, hold on. Let's try this real quick. Hold on. Yeah. So this is something that Erica had posted. It was my live stream. Obviously, like I said, I don't have a computer, so they're watching it on one. Obviously, I don't know. It says shout out to to at not pan panda panhandle and me for my live stream collusion because now Genzima and I gotta take a shot of this terrifying looking moonshine that armchair psychiatrist and I brought 10 years ago, and we're too scared to drink. So it's just been sitting there all that time. Obviously, it says Jenza started following me. I don't know Let's go follow them back. Obviously, when I get my YouTube channel going, do you think? Okay, so this is already July. Um, do you guys think that I can break 500 or even 1,000 subscribers by December or sometime next year? If I do, I'd be happy. Yep, so I just held on to it. So yep, I didn't click away. Yeah, but that was a great photo. Obviously on that one, I did save it. So when I get done doing the live stream, I will put that up as my thumbnail. Why does she keep sending me a friend request? Obviously, for some reason, Facebook is just kind of funny that way. Yeah, but I'm talking about for both channels. I'm also thinking about doing live streams on my review channel too, to get that going. Um, let's see. Yeah, I've been waiting for that one. I was looking for. I was waiting for you, to give me that link about the Pirates of the Caribbean porno review. I remember Erica saying something about it being 3 or 4 hours long. So yeah, that would be a long one for sure. Um, I did watch a porno the other day. And actually one of the girls in the porno I do like, Harmony Wonder. Um, was it? Okay, that works too. Um, now, yep, that would okay. That would be good too. Um, sometime eventually, I'll have to make my way to Markham because I got to get my birth certificate. I got to get my birth certificate replaced, and the aspect of the one I have is falling apart. When if I try to go to the B&B with the copy, they're not going to take it. So I got to go get the original in Illinois. So every time my birth certificate fucks up and it falls apart, I got to go to Markham to the county courthouse or like the actual town courthouse just to get a new one. My mom needs one. I need one. Um, so that's just how it is. Um, yeah, I did watch a porno with Harmony Wonder the other day. She's been around for a while, um, doing porn, and I basically and I've always wondered this because I don't know how anybody um who comes up with with ideas with the porn titles. Sometimes when you're watching porn, you see some of the titles that they fucking have on the videos. Like the one I have, "Fuck My Ass with the Ruler," but that's not the one. But that's not where I'm going with this. Um, you happen to notice that when you watch porn, and I've seen this. I was born June 23rd, 1988, in a town. My mom would know better than me. Okay, hey mom. Oh, you're in the bathroom. Okay, just a quick question. Um, okay, Erica's asking me. See, I know I was born June 23rd, 1988, but she's asking me what time was I born? 4:36. Okay. But and what town? You said four. You said what? 4:37 a.m. Yeah, but was that? But what part of the town was that in? Is that in Chicago? Was that in Yeah, Chicago. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. At what Swedish? I was born. Okay, I was born in Swedish Covenant Hospital on June 23rd, 1988, at 4:37 a.m. According to my mother. Um. Yep. And I didn't think I would be doing. I didn't think I'd be doing this 5 years down the line, but obviously it's kind of a good thing. And and it's a good thing too because what keeps me going is all my fans like Steven, Erica, Overnight Drive, the guys at Overnight Drive. If I didn't have them standing behind me, I would not be where I'm at today. Um, and occasionally I'll get other people to hop in and on the um on the live chat. So every time I do a live stream, I will actually I will do yep, I am a cancer. Um oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't seen Knox. What's going on with Knox? I have not heard from him in a while. So I wonder how he's doing. And Bob was just on here and I saw Bob. Um yep, I've been Knox has been behind me on my videos too. He's a big fan. Bob is too. Um Now like I was saying before, I don't know. I can watch YouTube on my phone and I can watch it. Oh, that's why. Okay. I also have the capability if I was watching Netflix on my TV that I could connect it from my phone and whatever videos I'm watching on my TV will also pop up on my phone. Um, Obviously I don't know. Hold on here. I'm trying to see if I could find. See, these are the two YouTube accounts I have. Um, One for RVW King and one for RVW King reviews. Um, but I want to. I don't know if YouTube will let me play it, but let's find out here. Um, hopefully I don't get penalized for playing the song. Um, I might. Um, there's this guy Crucifix I'm talking about. Um, and he's a rapper. Um, Obviously one of the songs I like is called Dreamer. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. That was go back. There we go, right here. Yeah, fuck your survey. Let's skip survey. Let's see if we can actually play this without being penalized. I might be able to skip this a minute. Hold on. Let's try and skip this to the actual song. Actually, I went a little too far. Sometimes in a dream, it's just fine to see the sunrise. Let's try to turn it down. Um, he is from this guy. This guy is from um I don't think he's from Rwanda. I think is the name of the country. Um, because he witnessed the Rwanda genocide thing that went on. So he was from there. Yeah, there is. Yeah, but that is my favorite song from Crucifix. He's got other good songs out there. That's one of them. Another song that he did that was pretty good was called "Deal with God." Um, Another one he did that I like is called "Georgia Rain." I also like "A Young Girl Scars." That's another one he did. I also like the song "Letter to You." But like an Orthodox Jew, I don't know about that. Um, the Orthodox Jews, unless I made some really good money, and speaking of Jewish people, I just never lived up to the stereotype in the aspect of Jewish people. They always claimed that Jewish people were good on math and money. I'm the exact opposite. I suck at math. Um, I'm okay with money, but I sucked at math. Oh, Orthodox Christian? I don't know about all that. Um, talk about what? Okay, so go on. Elaborate about the Orthodox Christians. Um, and I'll tell you a funny story about something that I know about my grandmother. Um, my grandmother on my father's side, kind of funny because she was born into a Jewish family. Obviously, she grew disillusioned with the lifestyle of the Jewish people, and she decided that she no longer wanted to be Jewish and that she was gonna go for a different religion. My grandmother's family turned their back on her because she decided that she no longer wanted to be Jewish. So the family cut off all contact with her and basically said they would never speak to her again if she decided to not be Jewish anymore. Um, so basically, she discontinued her what they call Jewish lifestyle, and she went to all these different churches trying to find the church that was best suited to her needs and her liking. And she basically decided to join the Lutheran Church. Funny thing is, the Lutheran Church, named after Martin Luther, and Martin Luther was an anti-Semite, meaning that he hated anybody that was Jewish. And this is the church that my grandmother had actually attended and became and basically joined. Of all the churches, why would you join a church that hated Jewish people? Um, Now that's another thing too. I had thought about on my review channel or even on this channel coordinating a lot of what they call like old teachings, like basically there's a lot of like basically one of my even though I personally never met him, but one of the guys I would love to have met if he was still alive would be Aristotle. Um, Basically, he had some great teachings. Aristotle had some great teachings. If Alexander the Great was still alive, I would love to have met him too. But these guys are fucking dead for over 2,000 years. But I've also talked about wanting to coordinate Greek mythology and just basically random Wikipedia articles on people I'm looking up to basically let you know what I think about those people. Um, one of my reviews eventually down the line when I finish the book would be the epic Greek myths and tales, which I'm still reading, but I'm almost done with it, and I think I got about another 60 pages to read before I'm done and I go to my next book. Um, Now, um, let's see. I'm trying to think because everybody that watches basketball, they've been bitching about all the bull signings. Basically, people bitched about Nikola because he shoots threes all the time. I'm like, okay, you're bitching about Nikola, but bitch about all the other centers doing the same damn thing. A lot of the centers in the NBA now are shooting 3 pointers like crazy. So you can't be a hypocrite on one player. You need to be a hypocrite on all the others. So if you're gonna bitch about one player shooting threes, then bitch about all the other centers doing that same thing. Because Nikola Vucevic isn't the only center in the NBA shooting threes. Um, you got Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota Timberwolves shooting threes. Naz Reid, who's also a center for Minnesota, shoots threes. Um, you have Joel Embiid for for the Lovers 76ers that shoots threes constantly. Al Horford for Boston shoots threes constantly. Kristaps Porzingis, who played for Washington Wizards, but I think he got traded to Boston. Power forward slash center, also shoots threes. Guy's 7'3". So, like I said, if you want to bitch about all these players shooting threes, then bitch about everybody. I like bitch about not just bitch about one player, but just bitch about all of them. And besides, I love the 3 point shot because for one, every time you make a 3 point shot, it's worth 3 points. Yeah. Okay, who would love to live in a house like this? Because I know I would. Let's see here. If it was designed like this, I would love to live in a place like this where it's got the thing that looks like a skull. Yeah, I would love that. Um, Plato's Republic. Yeah, Plato was pretty good too. Um, okay, Erica, since we're talking about some of the stuff, what is your opinion? Um, Hold on, I have to look at it in a second. She wants me to show my IG. I was gonna ask, since Erica's on here, what is your opinion on Homer? The guy that wrote Homer's Odyssey and the Iliad. Um, I don't know what you think about Homer, what your opinion is about him. Okay, here's my Instagram feed. Um, Obviously, I don't have a whole lot on here for this. Okay, I've been reading his book, the Homer's Odyssey and the Iliad. So I think he's done pretty good on that. Um, Sometimes when I eat food at Cracker Barrel, I'll post a picture. Um, that was when I had the ham the other day with the pancakes. That was the grandma's pancake breakfast. That's also a pretty good breakfast item that I like. Um, that's my calendar with the deer pictures. Um, that's our two new fish that we got at the state fair. Frank won those. They're not really mine, but we got them. And a week later, those fuckers are still alive. Um, that was at the fireworks show. Um, this is the fireworks off the lake when we were at the state fair. Um, and for the first time the other day, I decided, um, when my sister and I and Frank went to go see Lord's Ferry, and the fireworks off the lake, we decided to try something that I've never tried before. They both had it, but I didn't. We decided to try hibachi. Hibachi. I've never had hibachi. Like I've never had an hibachi restaurant before. Like never ate there, and so we decided to eat at an hibachi restaurant. for the first time for me anyway. Obviously it was pretty good. Um, and I would go back again if we were ever in the area. This was in St. John though. They had a hibachi restaurant in St. John, Indiana, and that's where I was at for that part. Um, and then I tried that Stewart's root beer from Cracker Barrel because I they only sell it in the kitchen. It's not something that you could buy off the shelf in the retail. Um, Now this actually is kind of funny. This was actually a lemonade jug that I got from the fair. This was a jumbo size. Obviously, pretty good that way. Um, I did go on a couple rides. That one I did not go on, obviously because like I said I'm afraid of the heights. These were the French fries that I had. Um, these were curly fries. Um, that was me sitting on one of the rides. Um, Obviously, there's Frank and me on the. There's Frank sitting on the tornado. That was me right there on the tornado. Um, then this one was called. God, I forget what this fucking one was called. Obviously, but I was on that right. Oh, the Sizzler. I was on the Sizzler. Um, that was me sitting on the Sizzler, waiting for it to get started up. Um, this one was the tornado that me and Frank were on. Um, this one was called the Hurricane. Me, and I didn't write it. Neither did my sister or Frank. This was Frank when he won the first goldfish. When he tossed the ball into the goldfish bowl. Um, this was the parking lot, basically. Now this was the Lord's Friary thing. Obviously, that was Jesus laying in the tomb. Um, that was me doing my live stream video out at the Lord's Friary. Um, like I said, this was the mausoleum inside. Basically, some people had left notebooks there to write Bible verses on, and I was wondering why those books were even there in the first place. Even though nobody runs the property, but somebody must be maintaining it because when I went into the mausoleum, they had a broom and a dustpan there. Somebody's been taking care of the grounds, even though the building's been abandoned. Um, that was the entryway to the door. Um, like I said, these are all Roman like little plaques indicating depictions of Jesus and like his birth and his afterlife. There is one picture here that I have of Jesus on the cross on the plaque here, like this one. There's Jesus nailed to the cross. Um, and then this one is Jesus carrying the cross. Um, then there's some other ones here too. I'm trying to find it. That was the water fountain that they had, but obviously they don't use that no more since nobody's maintaining the property. Um, these were actually little tunnel things that didn't get all of them, but let's see if I can figure it out here. I don't remember if I did all of them. I might have to check Frank's feed. I think Frank was the one that posted all of it. Um, my sister did too. Let me check Frank's thing on Facebook to see if I could find. Um, I think he had posted some videos on it. Um, hold on here. This might be it here. Let me see. Yeah, right here. Um, oh shit. Yeah, he had some photos here too at the ferry. This right here is an actual temple that the monks can go in and they can pray, but it's only big enough for one person. Um, yep. There, like I said, he posted the picture of Jesus in the tomb. Then there's the cross, and then this little temple right here. That that the monks can pray in, but it was only big enough for 1 to 2 people in it. Um, Obviously that wasn't bad. Yeah, that's all on my Instagram and Facebook streaming. Obviously, you know, that's that. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed the time with me today. I'm gonna have to go because I got to take care of some stuff, and I should be back possibly if I decide to keep up my live streams. My only 2 days I can do them would be Monday and Friday, which are my days off. Um, so Monday and Friday are like my days off that I could possibly do my live streams. So I might have one out on Monday, and basically we'll just keep everything interesting. Um, but I'll let you guys go because I like I said I got to take care of some stuff, and hopefully I got to work tomorrow in the and at noon. So obviously um I'm gonna have a few videos out. I'm gonna have a review video out on possibly Monday, and a live stream video out on Monday for this channel, and maybe a couple of short videos. Um, so we'll keep that going, having a mixture of it. Um, but thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks Panda for giving me the flyer that has my face on it to indicate that I was doing this today. Um, I can't thank you enough because you did a good job on that. Um, but let me see if I oh no, I don't want no chat hidden. Hold on. Okay, so that's that. So thank you guys for tuning in and for being with me here on the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be back on Monday.